on your to-do list. You can log off for the day and get out of there. Money for supplies and repairs comes out of cash, so don't worry about it coming out of your pocket. We've got you covered. The only money you have to worry about is if you choose to upgrade any of the equipment in your office.
Oof.
Now, on to other matters. Something to be aware of.
Hey, Anna Thomas, welcome to the stream. You can break down my locks and my doors, but I won't let you back in no more, no more. I'm sick of getting stuck in the same routine. Tie me up, put me into a suit, but I'll never ever be like you, no. I know what happened here and you can't erase the past. Yeah, well, what's behind that door isn't so lovely, but it's a lot better than it used to be, trust me. Dogs. Don't care, moving on. My dogs are barking. Don't care. Oh man, today's new episode of DuckTales was crazy. There was a twist villain. You might hear Markiplier in the background. That's just something that I'm listening to while I draw. Also to fill the void that is this deafening silence. Just ignore them. I do.
What is that a thing? What am I finding and where? I thought it was just going to be fun and happy. Oh, God.
The words fun and happy do not belong in a Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Okay, I guess we're done. Do I have to do all of these before I leave? Is that what you said I had to do? Because I don't really remember. Damn it! God damn it! Okay, wait, did you hear that?
So, how are you guys doing tonight? I am doing just fine, personally.
Wait,
I mean, my legs hurt, but I'm okay otherwise.
what is that? You hear it? What is that? I don't know anything that's going on here. This is completely different.
DuckTales, woo! Every day they're out there making DuckTales, woo!
I ain't about this shit. I ain't about to deal with that shit. I ain't about to lose my life. Why does it take so long to stamp? Why does it take so long to stamp? Okay, everything's fine.
That's exactly the same thing you said.
It's fine.
Whatever.
Everything's absolutely
Hey guys, how are you?
100% fine. Okay, did I do all my...
It's raining and that makes you euphoric.
hold on.
I've heard weirder things. Of course I have. I watch Invader Zim, for crying out loud.
There's a big party here Saturday, and you should view that day as your ultimate test. Make it through Saturday, and you will have proven yourself as the successful entrepreneur that we all know you can be.
Alright, so right now I'm working on trials, and that's always fun.
Congratulations on completing your first day. However, your job isn't over just yet. There's another aspect to your
Oh, okay.
and that
I'll be right back.
affecting and salvaging any animatronics found in the alley outside the back door. Things are found here quite often, and while we aren't sure why, what we do know is that they can be used for parts, which can mean a revenue boost before starting the next day. Of course, as with everything else in this line of work, those benefits come with risk. The safest thing to do is to throw it back outside, but then you get no money for the salvage. Choose to keep it, and you run the risk of certain negative consequences, namely death. So the only question is as docile as it first appeared. If you do decide to try to salvage it, then you must complete the maintenance checklist. During this testing phase, check on the
Really? I don't know what that means. Not a whole lot of people here tonight. What's wrong? I was so excited to stream tonight, and now everyone's a no-show. Oh, yeah, I want to see Detective Pikachu. Don't spoil anything for me if you guys have already seen it. I want to see it for myself. Or, you know, we could like grow some.
Use your company as you take to return the animatronic to a neutral state if you feel that it's becoming unstable or aggressive. You can only use it 3 times before it begins to damage the animatronic and decrease its value. Begin audio prompt in 3, 2, 1.
Come on. Come here. There.
Document results.
Yawn.
Begin audio prompt in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
What are you doing?
Document results.
Oh.
Begin audio prompt in 3, 2, 1.
I wonder what tomorrow's episode of My Little Pony is going to be like.
Document results. Begin audio prompt in 3, 2, 1.
Alright, got the noses colored.
Document results.
Well, that's probably not going to be for like, I don't know, 80 years or something. Usually when a movie is like really, 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 really old and not really all that memorable for people, or it's like a generic movie, then they'll generally put it online for free view. At least that's what I know. At least that's what I've figured. Hello, Killer Mask. Welcome. So I don't know if I've told you guys this at all, but I've been drawing a lot of Invader Zim lately.
Oh, something is loose in my pizzeria! What? What? Something's loose in my pizzeria?
Oh,
What
Mark.
does that mean? What? Got those little hands. Neon stage lights. Sturdy stage. Marked down. Wow. Condition terrible. Purchasing a bulky item in this condition comes with the significant risk of something undesirable hiding inside. I'll buy that. It's at a discount. Whoa! Novelty traffic light. Happy Frog. Mr. Embo! Net Bear! Right, Net Bear. Pig Patch. Cadet, Candy Cadet. I'm gonna buy Net.
Hey, Queen Nemmer. I was wondering when you'd show up. Yeah, but if someone puts a movie like that on the internet, like if they don't own it or whatever, there's going to be a lot of copyright claims. No one's going to put a movie like that online for free because then people can just view it for free and they won't go to the movies or buy the DVDs because they can just view it for free whenever they want, and then no one's going to get money or whatever. Do any of you guys watch Invader Zim, or did you possibly watch it when you were younger? Me, personally, I didn't watch it when I was a kid. I mean, I had heard of it, but I didn't know what it was about. But I didn't really watch it because I had this opinion of Nickelodeon because my mom had an opinion of Cartoon Network. So I just figured that carried over to a lot of other Nickelodeon shows. And I figured since SpongeBob was kind of stupid, I figured that every other Nickelodeon show nowadays was going to be stupid. But I started watching it recently after I found the episode Dark Harvest on a list of disturbing moments, and I kind of took an interest in it. Well, that's not very healthy, Nepeta. You can't just be afraid of everyone in your neighborhood. I mean, unless you have a legitimate reason to be afraid of them. Why are you afraid of them? Did you see them stab someone on their front lawn? Hey, I need red.
We're good. Okay, I'm just knocking these things down. I ain't waiting for nobody. I didn't even hear a noise. There was nothing. It was just happened.
Lemon yellow.
What?
Oopsies.
What do I pick up? I don't even know. I don't even understand. Oh, lots of wait, what? Fun? Oh. Well. Wow. Wow. Okay. You can stop that now. Yeah, that's enough. Big as enough. You can stop. Oh boy. Okay, that's enough. This is just shit. Slow down and stop the train. Put brakes on this bad boy. Pull in the stop station. Okay, here we go. I guess we're going.
Jeez, that's creepy.
It'll be lots of fun. Lots of fun.
Oh, Markiplier. I need purple.
Why does that look like Green Daddy? Okay, so anyway,
Shit.
that is all the time I got for this.
Ah, come back. I need stuff. That's Gurr, by the way.
But also, it's just a whole grab bag of.
I'm gonna mute that. It's getting kind of annoying. Sorry, Mark. Thanks, Queen Nemmer. No, I haven't seen Ugly Dolls. I don't really have an interest in going to see it since I've never heard of it and I know nothing about it. You shouldn't jump to conclusions, Nepeta. They say that if you jump to conclusions, you'll reach confusions. If you just jump to conclusions on something, you might actually end up hurting people's feelings. That's like if you jump to conclusions about someone who has HIV, then you're gonna end up treating them like crap. Just because you're afraid that you're gonna get AIDS from them, even though that's not even how it works. Oh, the baby's crying upstairs. 10. Okay, where is it? I can't find it. Yellow, green. Definitely need that. Oh, man. Silver. Brown. I know. I'm pretty sure everyone knows at this point. Like 30 years ago, they didn't, though. Was it 30 years ago? I believe it was. But you just shouldn't jump to conclusions. Jumping to conclusions is not a healthy thing to do. Trust me, it's not very healthy. That's like accusing someone of a crime that they didn't commit and you don't even have any evidence. That reminds me of an episode of Muppet Babies I saw. Yeah, I know how you guys feel. I mean, I'm graduating this month and I'm going to be getting ready for college, so I know about the stresses of school as well. I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, actually, I'm missing a whole lot of colors, actually. Come on, come on. I didn't tell you you could fall. Ooh, that's the color I need. Never mind. Come on, come on, come on. Where is this? I'm looking for that, like, shade of lavender because I need to color Lammy in. Like you do. Oh, there it is. Okay, I need black. Where is it? You guys ever feel like you're the only responsible or mature ones, or anyone with even more than half a brain cell than a lot of the people around you? Ooh. Jeez. Of course I have. I'm hella psyched for it. And unlike all the other immature 5-year-olds out there, I'm actually reserving judgment until I actually see the finished product. And I'm going over a list of positive things for the movie instead of picking at it and poking at it like it's going to be a huge disaster before I've even seen it. Sorry, I got a little personal there, but seriously, I do not understand why everyone is just like, oh, this is automatically going to suck because it's made by this company. Or, oh, this is automatically going to suck just because it looks different from what I remember from my childhood. Or, oh, I'm just going to make fun of this because it's so easy to make fun of just because I said so. And I'm going to use I have my rights to an opinion to be a jerk about something I haven't even seen yet just because I can. Like I said, don't get it. I'm pretty sure I've done that a few times, though. But, I don't know. Great. Still doesn't make it right, no matter who's doing it. And I know it's not really fair for me to say that when I've most likely done it myself, and even though I can't really remember a specific time, but it just bugs me how people give stuff crap for no reason other than the fact that they just want to look at the bad sides of things instead of actually thinking of something positive. It's like they say, people only see what they want to see, and they only believe what they want to believe. And that applies to me too. I believe that people should be mature adults and reserve their judgment until they actually see the finished final product. And then if you really still don't like it, even after you see it, fine, tear it to shreds, but go tear it to shreds with someone else who will actually care about tearing it to shreds. Like a bloodthirsty animal. There we go. Okay, now I need black. But back to my question earlier about Invader Zim. Have you guys ever heard of that show, or have you ever watched it, or did you watch it as a kid? I told you how I felt about it, and how I feel about it now, but I want to know, what do you guys think of Invader Zim? That's fine. That's fine, Queen Nemmer. You cannot like the look. I mean, I like it when people state their opinion like a mature adult instead of going completely off the rails and portraying it as some kind of demonic monster. But I can honestly see why some people wouldn't like the design, but I'm just trying to be positive about it because I think it actually looks cool. I mean, yeah, some parts of it were a bit hard for my eyes to adjust looking at since I'm so used to seeing, Sonic with how cartoony he's supposed to look with his skinny legs and the ginormous shoes and hands. But I understand. I'm just trying to look at things in a positive light. It's like a wise person once said, life's too short to live in the negatives. Or something like that. So right now I'm coloring in Lammy, and she looks super cute, just like always. Looks so cute. I love her so much. I don't know what to talk about right now, but I had a conversation topic in mind, but I forgot what it was. Hang on a sec.
Ow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that. What the hell is what?
Knew I was missing something.
She witnessed the head of an animatronic fall off and roll across the ground. Young girl was left impossibly and grossly traumatized due to the negligence of defendant Fazbear Entertainment. When asked if she was okay, she screamed. Staff asked the head not to ask any more questions. The drama with the young girl in coma for 10 weeks. She woke from her coma effectively lobotomized. She relied on her parents and helpmates for all functions in her life except for watching TV, hanging out with her girlfriends, and going to the mall. But this were the superbly reckless and careless actions of she would not have suffered an egregious and life-altering injury. I'm a fighter. Pending. Alright. Oh God. Guaranteeing against unsafe atrocities and mechanical abominations. Wow. The young boy was hospitalized for 10 months due to defendant Fazbear Entertainment's negligent preparation and handling of food stuff. He contracted multiple parasites from consumption of food and beverages prepared at Fazbear Entertainment. Parasite caused him to suffer explosive dysentery, including painful acute stomach cramps and terrible nausea. Such horrible circumstances could not have been avoided if Fazbear simply followed approved standards of care for handling the food stuff. But Fazbear Entertainment's cruel and human safety and health.
I wanted to try to make the interior of Splendid's house not look so bright and colorful that it looked like a unicorn just vomited on it. like I do with a lot of the Tree Friends houses. So that's why I made his walls in his living room tan. But his floors are yellow green, so there's still that.
No way. The itsy bitsy spider crawled up another goddamn tree. Screw you. Oh! It's so cheap though. Deluxe ball pit. Yeah.
Deluxe ball pit.
Yes.
There's like a joke in like cartoons and also stereotypes in general that you can like get pink eye from a ball pit. I asked my mom why that is or if it's possible, and she said, yeah, because so many kids go into a ball pit and they you don't know what kind of bacteria or diseases they could have. It all spreads around. It's like that Justin Timberlake song, What Goes Around Comes Around. I love that song. What goes around comes around, comes around, comes back around.
Oh, look at this. Oh, look at the balloons. Yes. Yes. I should probably take Lefty down, but no. It's about the risk. That's what it's all about. Yes. Yes. Put some safety straps on there. Perfect.
Yeah, it's Markiplier. I'm just listening to him while I draw.
Oh no! That's a bad thing. You're supposed to avoid that. No.
I love how he laughs every time the little Fazbear thing misses the ball pit and cracks its neck or cracks its back.
Performance is incredible. Anyway, that's all the time I have for this episode. Thank you.
All right, this looks good so far.
See here.
I've kind of been neglecting working on my Happy Tree Friends art because I kind of lost interest for a while because I took an interest in Invader Zim. But I still very much want to continue working on Trials and on Two Sides. I'm very stubborn. I will not stop until those projects are finished. Trust me.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back
I think next time I'll stream in my room because this is seriously doing something to my back and my posture in general. It's so annoying.
What did you say? You know what?
I have been trying very hard I've been trying very hard to fight my Asperger syndrome nature, trying not to get madly obsessed with one thing and completely forget about other things because I really want to get this done. Even if it takes me my whole life, I'll get this done. I promise.
Cool. I'm gonna save my money. I'm gonna need it for the lawsuits that are definitely coming with Lefty up there. I shouldn't have Lefty there. The lawsuits are it's a terrible thing to say, but the lawsuits are in fact hilarious.
I love how they try to make some things in the Five Nights at Freddy's game hilarious. Like the lawsuits in Pizzeria Simulator, they're friggin' hilarious and so unrealistic. I also don't think that it's very smart of me to... I don't think it was very smart of me to start a new comic when I was still working on one, but I don't know. I wanted to have something else to work on, something fresh to keep my interest in Happy Tree Friends.
You're not expected to see either, baby, going back into it. This game is.
Do. There's this character on DuckTales. She's one of those moon people that Della tries to befriend. Her name is Lieutenant Penumbra. Della calls her Penny. She kind of reminds me of Undyne from Undertale because, for one thing, she uses a spear to fight, or at least she did when she was training, like when she was a kid or something. And she's pretty hot-headed and like, I don't want to say simple-minded, but she pretty much doesn't trust anyone from Earth the same way Undyne doesn't trust any human. And plus, they've got brash personalities. So, yeah, Lieutenant Penumbra from DuckTales 2017 reminds me of Undyne from Undertale.
Hi, welcome to hell. I can't get away from you.
Oh boy. Ouch. Springtrap. Does anyone think that Springtrap is really creepy? Especially in Tony Cry Knight's FNAF series? Like the way he just stalks everyone and the way he forces Mangle to marry him just so he can bring back Fredbear, and then he tries to kill Freddy, and he has this sadistic, apathetic personality. It's just so creepy.
Ridiculously difficult.
I love how after so many jump scares in one video, Mark just becomes immune to it, and he just doesn't even care.
Lefty, you bastard! Lefty, come on! You sack of shit, Lefty. I knew I couldn't trust you. Lefty. God damn it. Wow, this is the jump scare episode, huh? This is just the episode of death.
Yeah. I remember in Markiplier's Five Nights at Freddy's 2 series, he had an episode titled Endless Cycle of Death, where he just kept dying over and over again to Withered Bonnie and Withered Chica, which, by the way, those two are freaking terrifying. The way Bonnie just has no face and you just see all the internal wires. It's just gross. Their names are all too appropriate. They do look pretty withered. I love FNAF.
You gotta go to storage, man. You gotta go. Hey, Fruit Punch, man. You're alright, I guess. But this ball pit, yeah. You know what? Something about this ball
I love how when I'm coloring, if I run out of a certain color that I need, like a lot of, because I run out of colors that I use a lot of, like sky blue, because I color Splendid in a lot, and like purple, because I color in Lammy a lot, and lime green and red because of Flippy and Flaky. I just try to find a similar color that I have left, and I use that, and it actually works out pretty well. Still hard work, and you still lose a pencil, but hey, it's like they say, in order to make an omelet, you got to crack a few eggs. I don't think I've ever had an omelet, or if I have, I haven't had one in a while. Sometimes I forget that omelets exist. And why am I talking about omelets? He did, huh? Personally, I got nightmares from the toy animatronics. I don't know why, I always just had nightmares of them jumping up at the foot of my bed, just trying to grab me or something.
I'm dying quicker and quicker. Light yes.
I'm pretty sure. I forgot what I was going to say. Shit. Hang on, I'll find it again. Oh yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that during the daytime, these characters seem like the most fun, lovable things ever. But that's only if you don't have to work the dang night shift. Wasn't the name of the guy from the first Five Nights at Freddy's, wasn't his name Mike Schmidt?
Never buy the horrible ones. I should probably just never. All the liability risk ones, doesn't seem good. You get out. Just get out. Take one. Whoa.
You can break down my locks and my doors, but I won't let you back in no more, no more. I'm sick of getting stuck in the same routine again.
Fruit machine.
Okay.
Candy is my number one priority.
I missed one or two colors, but whatever.
There is no risk because we got number one.
Hang on, I gotta sharpen this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
The gang's all here. We got
I do like Springtrap's voice in Tony Kreinight's animated FNAF series, though. They really did a good job of giving him a unique sounding mechanical addition to his voice. It just sounds distorted instead of the smooth mechanical voices on the other characters. So it just shows how different he is from the other ones. Shows how demented he is as well. Whoa, what is this? My pencil broke, damn it. Sometimes she does. I'm pretty sure whatever reason she she's missing the stream, I'm pretty sure it's a very good and justifiable reason. Because she knows how important the stream is to me, and she knows how much I need her help maintaining all the little ducklings. That's you guys. But that's why I came up with the idea of a backup moderator. You. Because I know that you're one of the most mature, well-behaved people here, Queen. So that's why I asked for you to be my backup moderator. And you're actually pulling through pretty well.
God, this is typical. Oh man.
I have like different shades of gray. Oh god, that's a reference. No, it's not. Don't take that the wrong way. I have different shades of gray colored pencils in my colored pencil inventory. This one I'm using right now is silver, and you can definitely tell it's silver and not just regular gray. But sometimes I just keep using the different shades on the same object in different pages because I don't really care. Oh. Oh, jeez. Molten Freddy jump scared me for real. After watching Markiplier's Five Nights at Freddy's series over and over again for so long, you start to memorize the dialogue in the video, or the monologue rather, and you know what he's gonna say before he actually gets jump scared, so you're prepared for it. But sometimes after you've either not watched it for a while, or like you haven't seen it, or you just forget, you actually get jump scared for real. It's like sometimes you're expecting the unexpected, but at the same time you're just like, wait, what were the jump scares again? And then you're just like, oh yeah, that was it. Whew, that scared me. Come on. Found it. Come on. Come to mama. Good girl. Sorry, I won't talk like that ever again. It talks like that 2 minutes later. What do you guys think is the most painful way you could possibly die? I think one of the most painful ways you could possibly die is getting burned alive. I know in like Hannibal Lecter, he gets the pigs to eat the victim's toes or something. I don't know. I've just heard things. Plus, I watch Supernatural, so I've seen some pretty gruesome ways in which people can die. Yeah, me too. I mean, I knew it was like a popular thing when it first came out, but I wasn't really interested in it because what the hell, I'm never interested in anything popular right away. I only get into it when it's not exactly as popular as it used to be. because that's just how I am. I got into the evil Patrick meme a little bit after it kind of died out. All right. Finished. Hang on.
Oh my God! No! That's so stressful. It's so stressful. It's so stressful, but I'm learning with my brain hole.
Before you is an animatronic found in the back alley.
Oh.
We are unsure.
Looks good, huh?
It is your job to complete the maintenance checklist before claiming it and salvage. Or, if you choose to, you can throw it back into the alley where you found it and close it payment. Please make your choice now.
I don't like that.
Ouch.
You know Pickle Peter.
Oh, Mark.
I'm going a little crazy. Okay, I'll throw you back.
Don't forget Saturday. You want them all to be in one place.
I'm gonna move over to the couch. It's more comfortable there.
What's that? I don't think I want that. No one turned away. Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Lawsuits? Ah! How did my last lawsuit go? Probably not good. Okay, all right, wait. Hang on.
I'm gonna go grab my stuff.
Coma girl. You know
Good thing
what?
that doesn't take freaking forever.
We'll settle. It's all. Hey, we won! Hell yeah! All right, we'll settle this one, and that'll be it. That'll be it.
Break down my
Whoa,
lonely doors, but
Nelly,
I
Nelly,
won't
Nelly.
let you back in no more, no
So,
more.
who's
I'm
inside?
sick of getting stuck in the same routine. Tie me up, put me into a suit, but I'll never ever be like you. No, I know what happened here, and you can't erase the past.
Lefty. Oh, Lefty, you just, the way you move, I just don't like it. No,
There's a place downtown where the freaks all come around. It's a hole in the wall. It's a dirty free for all. Yeah. Very seldom do I get into things when they're actually still pretty popular. And by popular, I mean when they're still relevant to something at least. Oh, this is much better. Oh, this is so much better. This feels so good against my back. So, you guys probably saw on one or two of my previous streams, like in the past few weeks, you know, when I can actually get it to work for once, that my cousin from, right, I'm not going to tell you where she's from. She probably wouldn't like that. My cousin Alyssa, she was here for quite a while because she was helping us with family matters, very serious family matters. And she did a whole lot of work here. She cleaned up so much. Like, look at this. This room used to be entirely and completely cluttered. It used to be so bad. But now, thanks to her, I can actually walk around down here, and I can actually do things down here without feeling cramped. All right. Aw, hi, Lifty. Look at him. Look at the cutie. Look at the insomniac cutie. Very ill insomniac cutie. Oof. I got into Detroit Become Human when it was still pretty relevant. I started watching Jacksepticeye's Let's Play of Detroit Become Human, but I didn't like the route he was going. No offense to him if he's watching this, which he's never going to because he doesn't want to watch second grade YouTubers like me. But,
Okay, there's a face. Hey.
what was I gonna say? I didn't really I didn't really like the route he was going, but again, no offense to him. So I started watching 8-Bit Ryan's Let's Play, and let's just say I liked the way he played it more because he got the best possible ending. I know. I'm just a sucker for the best possible endings in games. Oh. It's time for Animaniacs, and we're zany to the max. So just sit back and relax, you'll laugh till you collapse. We're Animaniacs. Come join the Warner Brothers and the Warner sister Dot. Just for fun we run around the Warner movie lot. They lock us in the tower whenever we get caught, but we break loose and then vamoose, and now you know the plot. We're Animaniacs. Dot is cute and Yakko yaks. Wacko packs away the snacks while the Clinton plays the sax. We're Animaniacs. Meet Pinky and the Brain who want to rule the universe. Good feathers flock together, Slappy whacks them with her purse. Buttons chases Mindy while Rita sings a verse. The writers flip, we have no script, why bother to rehearse? We're Animaniacs. We have pay or play contracts. We're zany to the max, there's baloney in our slacks. We're Animani, totally insane. Cockamani, Animaniacs, those are the facts. I love the Animaniacs theme song. It's so catchy. Like, I can sing it over and over, even in my head. Like, I can hum it to myself, and I can listen to it so many times, and I won't get sick of it. I'm pretty sure I would get sick of it, but I'm pretty sure it might take a little bit. Same thing with the Invader Zim theme song. I swear, just look up the Invader Zim theme song, and you'll not only listen to the theme song, but you'll also see the intro, and it's very, very well animated, and it's very cool. It does a great job of introducing the characters and what they're all like. Like, Zim is the protagonist who wants to become an invader and take over Earth. Dib is the paranormal fanatic who absolutely knows that Zim is an alien. Gaz is the goth who just wants to be left alone. And Gurr is the comic relief dope who has the best lines in the show. And finally, we see how Zim dreams of taking over the Earth, but he never actually gets to it. I mean, I'm not saying that he doesn't try, but he seems to have an idea of what to do, but he just doesn't execute it very well in most cases. I honestly don't think he'll ever manage to take over the Earth or destroy it or enslave humanity. But for what it's worth, he's actually an interesting character. Oh geez, Funtime Freddy's laugh is so freaking weird.
We're all laughing at funny jokes over here. Funny man over there. Being a funny
When I look back at my old art styles, I just cringe. Inwardly and outwardly, I'm just like, ugh, I can't believe I used to draw like that. So embarrassing. But then I remind myself, hey, I had to start somewhere, and I wasn't automatically going to be a great artist when I started. But still, even knowing that fact, you can't help but feel embarrassed that you actually used to be pretty terrible at something when you're now actually very good at it. I'm not bragging or anything, it's just people have told me over and over and over again that I am just an amazing artist, and I might as well start to believe it and give myself a little more credit, because honestly, it's just... I'm guessing it's going to get tedious if I keep being modest.
No, and everywhere. That's how it works in the show business. Okay, well, I'm really good at this game. Hey, I hear you crawling, squeaks walking over in the minutes. None of that. Go platypus. Why not? Why not? Why not? Because I'm ballsy.
And by help with your obsession, do you mean subside it or possibly get it back or what? What's the deal? What's the witness?
Hey, how's it going over there? What? I'm nothing. I'm no one. No one to nobody. Something tells me I hear screaming happening in the hallways. It's bad. Probably. All right, everything's fine. Everything's 100% hunky dookey. Everything's a bunch of. Everything's a bunch of hundreds. Everything's hundreds of percentants. Everything's bland. Ooh, well, let's turn it back off. Yeah. This is a precautionary measure. Clean those ovens. Clean them good. Scrub it up, Bob. Scrub it up. Oof. I'm gonna risk it. I'm risking it. Why am I risking it? Oh. Put that on my right too.
I want to talk about something Invader Zim related, but you guys are probably not even going to know what I'm talking about if you haven't seen the show or if you don't even know the characters or what they're like or something like that.
No. I don't think so. I don't know who it is. I don't know who and where and what and why.
I'm definitely going to end off the stream early tonight. It doesn't look like anyone's really interested in coming, so.
Why? I just heard it again, but I think it's okay. I have an order. Quit supply.
Yeah, I know how that feels. That's what I'm doing with Invader Zim. I already have one headcanon for one of the characters. My favorite character, actually. But I don't really think I should talk about it right now because, like I said, you're probably not even going to know what the hell I'm talking about.
You ton to lose. I just heard that. No!
Something else I've also been binge watching lately is not Invader Zim. It's Supernatural.
Attaboy. Oh yeah, attaboy. These kids, that one really wants. Really.
Well, currently I have Invader Zim on my mind, and also Supernatural. I don't know if you know what Supernatural is either, but it's not a cartoon. It's actually live action. For those who, if you don't know what Supernatural is, it's this show. It's a fantasy supernatural thriller show about two brothers named Sam and Dean Winchester who they just basically travel around killing supernatural forces. Jeez.
Oh, God.
Did you have a gift for me?
Oh, man, I was doing good.
They hunt down things like wendigos, vampires, ghosts, demons, ghouls, rougarous, werewolves, changelings.
Because otherwise I'm just going to be boned forever. That's a little early to be a douche.
Currently, I'm on season 6, and right now it looks like they're dealing with things like other angels, other demons, and vampires too. I honestly think that the people who write the characters and dialogue for Supernatural, they're very good at making you hate the bad guys. But at the same time, there are also bad guys that you like, I don't know, you kind of like some of the things that they do, like their sarcasm, but sometimes their sarcasm just makes you hate them even more. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice of you, Queen Nemmer. I'm glad that you stick around, even though I'm not the most interesting person. I'm sure I am interesting, but right now I'm not really being the most interesting person. Yep, definitely need green.
I think there's something about having the computer on to be able to check where they are. Turning the computer off is a good thing, but also I can just turn the fan off because that creates most of the noise.
I feel awkward on camera. I feel my body language. I feel so awkward.
Okay. That's how Wacky Wardy's gonna play. I don't play by that shit. Not at all. I'm a man of patience. I'm a patient man. One more. Just one more. That's right. You walk away. You walk away. You walk away. You have no need to be here. Walk away.
I realized something. I don't know how to flirt. I don't know how to do that whole thing that normal people do. I have no idea how to do any of that stuff because I'm awkward. But anyway, back to the Supernatural thing I was talking about. They're really, really good at making the bad, like the villains, very hateable and unlikable. Like, the things they say make me seethe with anger. Like Lucifer and Michael. I just cannot stand either of them. I hate their guts. Because I don't know if this is how it actually goes in the Bible, and quite frankly, I could care less, but basically, when God created humankind, his brother When God created humankind, Lucifer refused to bow down to the humankind because he only saw them as flawed, imperfect beings. And so God sent him to live in a cage in hell, essentially.
Wow! Look at that! Oh,
And apparently Michael is destined to fight him after the apocalypse is brought on. And apparently the angels want the apocalypse to come because they believe after the fight between Michael and Lucifer that they will have a paradise for themselves. Or something, I don't know.
Definitely not murderous in any way at all. But that's what we're going to find out in the next.
And I'm just like...
Look forward to it.
And there was an angel in the show named Gabriel, even though he paraded around as a trickster at first, even though he wasn't a trickster at all. But basically, Gabriel, he basically said what I wanted to say to Lucifer. He basically said to Lucifer, or that he called Lucifer out for playing the victim in this whole circumstance, when in reality, what Lucifer was doing was throwing a temper tantrum over not getting his way, because God, he put it this way, let's face it, Dad brought home the new baby, and you couldn't handle it, so you threw a temper tantrum about it. And I'm just like, thank you. This whole apocalypse thing, just so you can have your paradise, how selfish can you possibly be? I don't think it's really fair for the angels in Supernatural to call humans flawed when they're just being ginormous dicks themselves.
Heart inside my soul. There also are some secrets inside the game.
If you say so, Miles, if you say so. I mean, I'm not saying it's not a good movie, but I haven't seen it, so I can't really.
And this racer game have secrets
It
inside
must be good to you if you made such a big deal out of it before it even came out.
If this is the end of the game that I'm about to see, and then hopefully a I'm gonna be able to get to more of this.
I'm gonna need a new light blue pen soon. Like right now.
I know that it's not gonna go well for me. That's fine. Because
Yeah, I saw that.
and the ears of a hawk, and everything is in my power to be able to do this. Because I know exactly when you fall.
Given what I just told you about Lucifer and Michael and all that stuff from Supernatural, don't you agree that that is the equivalent of throwing a temper tantrum and playing the victim when in reality you're hurting victims? You're just and I just hate how they think they're justified in dragging humans into this whole angel feud. Like, seriously. I just feel like everything they say is just so unfair because they're such one-sided creatures. They think a human makes one mistake and they're automatically evil. And humans are automatically bad just because they're the favorite child of God or whatever. I mean, there's religious people and then there are religious freaks. A lot of the angels in Supernatural, they're religious freaks. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, jelly beans? I probably shouldn't talk about religion so much since it's a sensitive topic for everyone on the internet because they're drama queens who get offended over nothing. But yeah, I'm just going to stop right now. But still, Lucifer is not even remotely defendable. He is just throwing a temper tantrum like a baby. I'm going to end off the stream, guys. I'm getting kind of tired. But before I go, I got the line art done. Now I just need to erase it and do the shading and yeah. Look at Lifty. He just looks so cute in the little sweater and the scarf thing I gave him. Oh, and that L patch that's on his jacket, splendid. Sewed that on for him, to give his clothes a little more. And also, before I go, I want to show you this Invader Zim drawing that I made that is actually really cool. This is my favorite character from Invader Zim. His name is Dib Membrane.
Stinking animatronic. Maybe I'm an animatronic if you wouldn't stop shutting up. Oh, come on.
What do you think? Isn't that pretty cool? I honestly think this is the best Invader Zim artwork I've ever done, and one of the best pieces of art I've done in general. I just love everything about it, from the background to Dib's pose to how cool his hair looks and how he's just like, it's so cool. Also, the dark circles under his eyes. I think I told you this earlier, but I have a headcanon that Dib is kind of an insomniac. I find Insomniac a very fascinating subject and issue to touch on because it's just fascinating yet also tragic and worrisome that someone could lose their sleep or just not sleep at all because of either something traumatic or some kind of paranoia or fear or anything like that. Bye. I'll see you Saturday too. Hopefully we'll get more people then. Peace out, my 25ers. I'm tired.